everyone, and welcome back to the Redstone Quarry podcast, episode 16. This time, again, I'm not talking about quarries anymore, or at least for the most part, I suppose. Sorry,
Hey.
guys, but we lived up to your name. Now it's
Well,
time
we
to
have
go
some
random
Quarry
again.
stuff, right?
Yeah.
Hey
Well,
guys, I'm back, sort of.
Yeah, someone's seeking attention, but let's not give him the first skull. Okay, just
You
kidding.
just come to oh, no.
Wow, I cry.
Okay, he's crying. I feel good now.
Hooray! Mission accomplished.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this. Now, so yeah, let's go over the names. Top to bottom.
Hey guys, it's me, Enemy again.
It's not me, Micro.
It's me, Soccer. Woohoo!
No, sir.
So sir.
It's me,
Sorry,
Niels.
my bad.
And that was Niels. And
No,
I'm
it wasn't.
Wout. And that was not Macro, but Spock, whose real name is not being used often enough. Unfortunately, we have a friend missing today. Some people may think it's Zayn Malik because One Direction stuff, but we're not fanboys.
They're
Not
two
fanboys.
direction.
Yeah,
They
two direction.
they
you know,
went in
they
two
felt.
different directions, so they're now
Yeah.
they're two
I
directions.
heard that Zayn got kicked out of the band.
Who
Yeah.
are you talking about? I have no clue what is going on.
We're talking about not our dear friend, but Zayn Malik, who was kicked out
Who
of
is
One
that?
Direction, and we're talking about it. You don't know him? I know
No.
him either, but you know what? Do know One Direction, right?
What is that?
Unfortunately.
Okay, maybe that's better if you don't know. It's like a boy, like I guess the most famous boy band right now or something. Like this.
Okay, I
British
think it's good
thing.
that I don't know.
Yeah.
I
Anyway,
don't really want to know.
Yeah.
So
like
we-
one
we
member
can
left
just
this
move
weekend
on,
was big
right?
news. Okay, so yeah, we lost our dear friend though, and who is called Always in Our Hearts. I mean, hashtag Always in Our Hearts, Zayn Malik, and it's a very dear hashtag.
Like,
Love
did
him
he
very
die
much,
or
but,
something?
No, he left. But the hashtag also left us today after it left the Belgian trend list, which only one I get to see today.
You can change that, you know.
Did he die?
Yeah, but I'm
no,
okay
he
with it.
left for
Like,
another
that way
place.
also kind of hear some
Does also
new
like
Belgian
people
news
are
from
actually
time.
more interested about this one guy leaving than like this 150 people dying in a plane crash?
Dude, there was somebody that
yes,
like
enemy.
freaking cut themselves.
Well,
with it,
it's weird.
too. Like somebody was cutting themselves saying "I love you, Zayn." World.
It's
Yeah.
called
with
mental illness, I
humanity.
Some
suppose.
fans are just, yeah, a bit crazy.
Like you.
No.
Yeah, Niels, hide it yourself.
Okay, should we direct our conversation towards Minecraft now?
Yeah,
No,
so
to the
we
dollar
lost that.
direction.
We lost our dear friend, but he will always be in our hearts, just like the hashtag says. But yeah. Now moving on. This week, well, I guess we will start with follow-up. Niels,
You know this
you are logged onto the account, right?
Wait 5 seconds. No.
No.
Wait. I found something in Google that I can just have 2 instances of Google Chrome, so I don't have to log in and log out all the time. So great. Oh, even a new comment.
I see a lot of comments on this last week's one. Man, life. This is kind of silly, but really,
Oh, it's on
like
the
we have
first
guests on the
episode.
show and people are like, oh my god, oh my god.
It's on the
Come on.
first episode. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like last week's episode got like really popular really fast. I feel.
Yeah. Well,
No,
that's really good
at
comments.
first I had some problems because I uploaded it and then it was stuck at 95% processing for a day. I thought, finally, I got it on time, but no. It was only 1 day later and then it finally got published. I don't know what the problem was.
And surprisingly, it showed up in my sub box.
Yeah, it was. You could watch the video. Everything was fine. The only thing, it would not show up in the sub box, and I could not set it as a channel trailer. It's
Weird.
yes, really weird.
Oh well.
Let's
Uh,
see.
So yeah. I
Click.
guess we can start with Yebe's comments from this week. Melon hat.
Yay!
Exclamation mark.
Melon
yeah,
hats.
you
love
you
that.
know that one, but not the other one.
I'm just scrolling.
Is
up.
it,
Melon
he's-
hats. Guardians won't attack you.
No, melon hats. It's yeah.
Or make like a helmet out of melons. Are you talking about?
No, it's a resource pack.
Yeah,
Oh.
like the helmet looks like a melon.
Oh wait, that's weird.
If you just look at the video, like it's right at the beginning as well.
Okay.
If you would have just watched it for like 1 second, or well, like after
After a couple of seconds, I will open my
after the
inventory.
thumbnail
Okay.
is over, whatever.
Well, let's move on to the
back to
second
follow-up.
comment then, I guess.
Oh, a really important comment. Micro comp Mac, your derp.
No, you.
Yeah, so apparently Spock thinks Niels is derpy.
There were actually multiple people who recognized the melon head. It's,
Okay. That's very intriguing.
yeah.
Well, that is sounding so silly. Okay, so Yebe has another comment. He says he runs into another problem, so just summarizing here, that he says in creative, I often lose my attention span really easily compared to survival, where I can like do big stuff. In which case I have to say sorry, but we're not psychologists, I guess. So you have to figure that out for yourself. Now more comments. More Quarry Tech featuring plus Marin Area and plus Redstone Jazz by Redstone Quarry Podcast Chat on Google, because apparently we need to harass them some more after that episode. Alright.
Mm.
Because you tagged them and they
Yeah.
will get a notification.
At first, I did the ad so it would show up in Twitter, and I thought, damn it, it's not doing it right in here. And it's...
Oh well. So yeah, moving on. Dr. Sploosh, we expanded. We finally lived up to our name. Yes, as we said earlier this episode, we did, but it ended already. So yeah, don't expect too much from it, I suppose. Well,
Oh, shit. New name.
Also, why are 3 people in here muted? Oh well. Niels, it's Niels and my podcast from now on for a bit.
Oh, really?
Alright.
Why did everyone mute?
I don't know, maybe they're doing stuff. They'll probably be back. Or maybe they click your
Oh,
virus.
enemy is back.
Yeah,
Soccer
probably
is
click
back.
your virus.
So.
Um, Hello, Soccer. So, yeah, moving on. This podcast is really going weird. Oh yeah, Niels, how long have we actually been going already?
Only 7 minutes.
Okay, 7 minutes, so I'm just gonna put it out there. I like to know what the time is so I can put the timestamps in the show notes. So yeah, moving on to another comment. It was slightly touched upon, but you guys. Oh wait, this comment is by Animals, by the way. It was slightly touched upon, but you guys mentioned how charge creeper farms aren't very worth it at this point. The only thing skulls are useful for is banners, and going through the process of getting them simply for the banner isn't something most people wouldn't waste their time doing. I think it would be interesting if they added another use for heads, or rather charged creepers in general. Perhaps a rare drop of some sort. Also a great podcast. Yeah, thanks a lot for that comment, Animals. But yeah, I guess for most people, it's not really I mean, there's definitely not much of a technical use for it, so I'm not really sure if Zipcard or something would do it.
Well, I know there are some farm designs for it out there, and like most people use those creeper pets, like singular pets they have around their worlds and so on, for like the rare chance of getting one. But like, since the heads are really not worth, not useful, really, it's like a status symbol and that's it.
Mm.
So, yeah.
I
That's, I guess, why no one's like building farms for it. It's not worth it.
I searched up. I looked up one farm, and yeah, it was almost completely AFKable. The only thing you have to do is you have to set the boats, because it uses boats to detect the lightning.
Was that the one from Troy Freak? Was
I
that a
don't know.
different one?
The answer is yes.
Okay, so
I don't
guess
know.
I'll link to
I will
that
look it
in
up.
the show notes. Go on. I'm just mentioning it.
Huh? What?
But we should link to that in the show notes. Like, oh yeah,
Yeah,
Valkyrie, you went to last week, but
I will look it up.
yeah. So new show notes plan for Soccer and Spock. I'm doing the notes live, but I'm doing the links after the podcast, so I don't lose track of the podcast itself. But yeah, I try to link everything while we go. Note everything down. Sorry.
Yep.
Yeah, that was that. Yeah. I guess. Is there anything to say about charge creepers?
Well, I mean, if they were to implement player heads, the question would be how would we get them? Like, maybe if they were to introduce like a lightning aspect or something that's like really rare, that's like really rare enchantment that you can't get from villagers or something like that.
No, you have to get it from villages. Otherwise, it's not a good
no.
enchantment.
I see. Can't make a spreadsheet about it. I see.
Yeah.
But then we'd just be like practically building out of player heads.
Yes. Then you can get a bot, and that bot will get a cool head, and then you can kill that bot 20 times, and then you have 20 heads, and then you can put those heads around the world, and yeah.
Well, the thing with the player heads, if you trade them with villagers, is how would you determine what head you get? Like, if they're all Steve, okay, that would be easy, but like, there's only you only get your own when you trade with the villager? How do you
Maybe
determine
they could
what head you get?
could make a new type of villager called an axe smith who sells axes and also sells player heads.
Because he.
He's an axe murderer. You didn't
Oh.
get it.
Yeah, and you should also have
That's
like
kind of terrifying.
you should also have like terrorists, and he is like, of course. Okay, I'm like, I guess we won't resolve into stereotypes here. So yeah, he sells
Yeah, they
you
still should
gunpowder
add-
and that kind of stuff and TNT, and he also sells you. Okay, no,
He also
Damn it.
sells flint and steels.
no, I like this would be a great opportunity to make some kind of joke, but it would basically be
I feel like it would be
probably
a nice
interpreted
April
as
Fool's
something
joke.
quite racist. Like,
Oh,
just for the
speaking of which,
record,
April
I
Fool's
don't
is
think that
really
all Muslims
close.
are terrorists or something.
Yeah,
No,
like
it's more than
next
a month.
Wednesday or something.
Oh
like
wait, fail. It's March.
Wait, March? What
I
are we
keep
talking
on
about?
thinking it's eight. I keep on think. Wait, hold on.
April,
January,
oh my
February, March,
God.
April. No, it's
that. It's next Wednesday. Come on.
yeah.
Yeah.
Stop,
Do you have
stop screwing with my
mental
mind,
issues?
Niels.
Yeah.
Niels didn't
So-
say anything.
So, does
I
anyone
did say
of
it,
you
I
want to
did.
take racism blame for making a joke about terrorists?
Isn't that what we have
I'll,
soccer
I'll
for?
take it. Yeah, I'll take
Okay,
that.
soccer, you go to the political joke.
Yeah. I don't have any good ones. Dang it.
Dang.
America's the only country that would go to war for Germany, killing us, our Americans, whenever their plane crashed.
What? I
That
don't get
didn't
it.
go anywhere. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
that
I'm
was-
really off my game today
No.
with the political jokes. My bad.
sorry. Oh, it's okay.
I'll do
Well,
better
the
next
fact that you're
time.
Southern is a political joke.
Alright, so totally not
Okay.
true. No shots fired. Yeah, I guess
Shots
we should
fired
move on.
only at soccer. No,
Yeah.
no one else, just soccer.
Oh, I have one. Obama does
Hello.
a better job as president than that pilot did at keeping people alive.
Haha.
Ah,
Well, I guess
Isn't that
technically it
like
wasn't a
a
real
fact?
joke, so-
Political.
Kind of.
It's kinda.
I,
But it's
my
like-
think we
fellow
should,
Americans.
I think we should stop with the political stuff and get back to Minecraft because I think we're a bit better at that.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
so we
Yeah.
also got a comment from Treefork, and he says, "Thanks for the mention, and I'm liking the melon hat." So, thanks for the compliment about the melon hats again. Also,
Yeah.
kind of funny he thanked you for the mention because I was pretty surprised. But we talked about, I think it was his obsidian farm, right, last week.
Yeah, the Obsidian Farm, yeah.
Yeah. The funny thing is actually during this week I got a comment. I got a response from him on a comment from like December or something on I don't know, it was some obsidian farm proof of concept. Oh no, wait, it was a mobile water cage with the boat, I think. Oh, not the mobile one, just the boat one. Sorry. And I just posted a comment like asking, "Hey, do you think you could make 1.8 cages like which are actually standing on the obsidian platform or something with this, so they are like 9 obsidian per second?" And now he responded that that comment apparently was his inspiration to make this farm. And I'm like, dude, I don't know anything about the video. I just copy designs, and I would like there to be a good one in case I need it on Reflex or something.
Well, don't you
Oh,
have
oh.
like a design for a sand generator? You don't just copy designs.
Sun generators. Actually, sun generation is something which interests me with the end portals and stuff, but that, of course, is also heavily based on research on my Celadons and Sankarn, which we will link in the description, I guess.
No,
Uh,
Wout
oh.
will link that.
Also, something we talked
Yeah.
about, like when you're at Obsidian Farms right now. Last week, I talked about this one Obsidian farm which was ridiculously fast in 1.7 with like 50 Obsidian per second,
What?
and I couldn't find the link anymore, but I found
Aw.
it, and we can link it this time.
Oh, wait, what
And
was the video
basically,
about?
what like I now now that I saw the video, I remember how it works. It's 8 bidders, and you have 4 to break the platform, and then you respawn the platform, and then the second 4 to break the platform again, and you have to use 8 because if you use 4, you damage them too fast, and they will get aggroed or lose health over time. So
Wait,
that's
can't
why
you just
8.
can't you just shoot them with snowballs though?
I think they are getting shot by snowballs.
But you can't damage them with snowballs, or
Well,
can you?
then it's because of the aggro thing. I wasn't exactly sure, but like you cannot. He
Yeah, they
uses
get
8
aggro
for
on
a
a
reason.
dispenser.
So yeah. So actually, it wasn't some Spanish dude, like I said. I think he's like from Poland or Czech Republic. I'm still not sure. Like somewhere in that corner, something with weird letters in their language.
Oh, yeah, because Trolls
So-
have weird letters in their language according to enemy, right?
Sure.
I'm trying to
no,
spark
like-
debate in the comments. Sorry. Go on.
Like I don't think like someone tried to make like a super fast obsidian farm in 1.1.8 anymore, right? Like I think it was this week. Purple Dragon Nuke made his obsidian farm, made a video for that finally, or made a new design basically.
No,
Which
the
is-
tutorial after 1 year.
Yeah,
Awesome.
basically. Which is quite a different approach. It's not like not really fast, but the cage is stable, quote unquote.
Mhm.
And it's actually seamless. So like you don't have the whole platform blocked with like all your withers, but here you have one wither, and it's like below and on the corner of the platform, or on the edge of the platform, and it breaks 3 obsidian at a time. So it's quite slow compared to like
Yeah, that sounds pretty slow.
yeah, like I think it's 3 a second or something.
Hmm.
But on the other hand, it's seamless. So you can go in and don't have to worry about it and don't see the villain and so on. And I guess that's something that could be quite nice as well. Like I guess the reason why people go for slower approaches compared to 1.7 is because the cages are more stable.
Yeah, that's true.
So yeah, like you don't have to. Hey, let's just make as much obsidian as we can in a short amount of period of time until it breaks. Or now we have like okay, we don't have to fear that it breaks, so we can just go slower a bit and don't stress it too much. So I guess that's the reason behind that. But I would be interested if someone like makes a 1.8.1 which is actually stable and super fast.
Yeah.
So yeah. Any other opinions or input on that?
No, I was gonna mention something, but I completely forgot what I was gonna say.
If it's seamless, then yeah, you can also still use the end portal normally. And if it's full with all of those withers, then it's kind of have to tear it down when it's not in use. All
Yeah,
of the
like-
withers are there, and you will have to kill them. Otherwise,
Well, yeah, but that's okay, right?
Yeah.
I would be totally fine with that.
Yeah.
You have to do it once in a while, and you get tons of.
Yeah. Like it'll produce so much more obsidian than you'll ever be able to use if you leave it AFK for like 3 hours.
Well, not 3 hours, I guess, but for a couple
Yeah,
of for
like
a day or something, you're really
50 a second is quite a lot. Like,
but also that
but like
3
yeah,
a
with-
second, it's still fast enough for most stuff, because I don't really use a lot of obsidian. And
Yeah, you're
yeah,
used
like,
for
you don't really
really
need that much. Like
obsidian,
you,
for gold farms, I guess. Yeah.
gold farms, normal portals, enderman farms, anything with slime blocks that's not moving really. So I guess for Micro's enderman farm, it's quite useful. That's why we built our obsidian farm.
the enemy was too lazy to tear down the towers or the pillars.
Well, I actually was too lazy to build the farm as well. Other people built that one.
Oh, enemy confessions.
No, well, actually, I was like at work and came home and it was already done, so quite funny. Micro, you wanted to say something you totally forgot about?
Yeah, and I still forgot about it.
God damn it.
I hate
it,
when this
Micro.
happens so much.
You should have a notepad opened up and just type whatever you want to say, and then
Use the
oh, yeah,
sticky note application.
Yeah, that's a
Um,
good point.
Actually, I
guess
think
we
I know
can
what you
like
want to say.
swiftly move over to actual news now, right? Since we started a bit
Actually,
with that.
not yet, because yeah, I actually found some more follow up, and I think it's totally
Oh.
what Spock wanted to say. So it's on episode 14. We got a comment by a mysterious macromecom guy. Keywords. Holy shit, links. Jeez, I have such short attention span when it comes to linking. Well, thanks.
Yeah.
Do our links thoroughly.
I'm so bad at linking anything. Like I'll be
Really?
like, I'll link this in the description, and then I get reminded like 3 months later.
Oh yeah, but the thing is that I'm taking notes now, so yeah.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we actually just listen to it after the podcast. So yeah, either way, we listen to the stuff. We
Mhm.
don't just rely on the memory when it gets to that, because yeah, else we also wouldn't probably doing properly. Actually, I think we're doing that for the most part. Well, but yeah, I guess we can't check out the episodes. So if you commented last week on another episode, I'm sorry, but we can't find all of it.
Yeah, I guess in general, if you have like some input, you really want us to talk about, you can just comment it on the newest one, so we'll definitely see it.
Yeah, I think
And
that's
then
probably better.
Even though
specify what-
TRQ gets notifications anyway.
Yeah, but I don't have access to the TRQ.
Oh.
If someone comments, I will get an email within an hour.
I usually get email really quickly whenever.
Yeah, YouTube sends the email instantly, I think, and my iPad is checking emails every hour, so I'll see it within an hour.
Oh, my phone checks like pretty much constant.
Yeah.
Constantly every second, or
No, constantly like every few. Honestly,
that's quite a lot.
Oh, yeah, I remember what I was going to mention. Finally.
Confirmed.
Okay. Minecon. Are you
Yeah.
guys going? Who's going? Who's not?
I think
That's
that's
a big
I'm
thing.
obviously going.
I'm actually going.
I'm going as well.
And
I am too, I guess.
what are you guys most excited for about Minecon?
Not meeting Spock, but actually going to the, I don't know, costume contest.
Yeah.
Oh, what? You're going to
I'm-
the costume contest?
I'm going to dress like a very special person.
Round?
Spock.
Wait,
Nice.
wait, what?
We could dress up as Redstone pirates.
Yeah, I'm gonna dress up like a redstone pirate, as I said.
Arr.
And then everyone will be like, what? And then only Spock knows, and he will be very disappointed, but that's what we love about
You
him.
will each earn 30 disappointment points that day.
Only 30?
Yes.
Okay, how do we get 50?
We could do it like Chair and cross dress.
Hey, I am a GL. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, I guess we're mainly going to see other people. Like,
Yeah,
play
and
around
so
with each other.
Soser, I believe, is the only one in here not going.
I'm also not going.
Well,
Oh.
Niels also
Most
probably
likely.
not.
I do live in America, so it is hard for me to actually go to something
Well,
overseas.
Micro also lives in America. That's not an
Yeah.
excuse.
Yeah, but Micro's
Well, I mean,
also
my
older than
circumstance is
me.
kind of special, though. I'm able to, like, my dad's a blah. My dad's a pilot, so
My dad is a
I
block?
fly
Oh
for
my god.
free.
Sorry, I just had to make it look.
I fly for free, so that's yeah. People kind of get annoyed when I mention that.
Wanna pick me up in Germany?
Right.
Yeah, see, my thing is, my parents would let me go to London,
That's
Micron.
quite expensive, I mean.
but they would let me go to London to watch like Chelsea play or someone.
Lol. then.
What?
They wouldn't want me to go see like just Minecon. They'd be like, "Oh, it's totally not worth it," and I'd be like, "Yeah, it's totally worth it." And then they would say, "No, it's not," and then they wouldn't let me go just for that. But if I
And
said,
it
"Yeah, I'm
is-
gonna go see a Chelsea game," then they'd let me go.
What?
Okay.
Doesn't make sense.
Well,
Then
then
just
next
make sure
time
you
a
see his
Chelsea
Chelsea
game
game
and
then.
Minecon coincide pretty much.
I'm just wondering if it will this year. It might. There's a
Maybe
good
you mentioned
Then
possibility
you
it
can
it'll
go
be a
as
Chelsea
an
game.
excuse, get a Minecon ticket, and somehow manage it.
Yeah, that's totally gonna
Mm.
work.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
Seems legit.
basically everyone is depending here on me because I apparently am the only person who can
I'll be able to pay
convince their
WoW back
dads
though.
to lend their credit cards. So yeah,
Well, I think you actually
Yay.
can do PayPal somehow, but I just didn't find it.
yeah. So basically, anyone says, "Well, fuck it, you pay for us, and you just trust me and a Norwegian."
Somebody told me
I totally
that.
do.
Somebody
Hey,
told
I
me that.
already paid you back, so.
Yeah, but what
Trust
about
them.
Norwegian?
Wow,
Maybe he's a kid. Maybe he's a pedophile. I don't know.
Maybe. Yeah. Yes, a pedophile that seeks for older people.
No, he's a pedophile. Maybe he's actually like 40 years old with a very.
Is there like a
young
special
voice.
word for that? Like really
Uh,
long, like only like old people.
Well, it's not necrophile.
But we're not old people. We're
They're
people
close
of
to
advanced
that.
Not
Not
that
that
old.
We are people of advanced wisdom.
Right.
Whoa, that was loud in the recording.
Yeah, sorry, but it was a
Sorry.
good joke. Okay, so
We were laughing. It's fun.
yeah.
Somebody told
So
me
much
that
fun with
PayPal
soccer
was going
here.
to start releasing like a debit card.
Oh, well.
I'm really looking forward to. I'm not sure if they're doing it, but I really would like it. Like I don't know, 3 years back, they had the future of Minecraft panel, where they
I heard
talked
about
about
that,
what they want to do in future updates and so on.
Yeah,
And
and
I-
in the most recent one, didn't they just say, "Oh yeah, here's what we've did in the last year," and then like in the last 2 minutes maybe mention stuff about the future?
Yeah, like they really didn't do that this last year, or yeah, 2013 basically. And I really would like them to do one of these, so we would know, hey, they know what they're doing and what direction they want to go in and so on, and not just like make stuff up as they go along, right? They have like
Yeah.
a plan.
Yeah.
That would be really
It would be
good
nice
to
to get some
know,
feedback
I
from
guess.
them because it has been ages since we heard real news.
Yeah, maybe
on
they
this.
should. They can release a snapshot.
By July, maybe not. Depends, Niels.
Maybe they'll release the snapshots in time for Minecon.
Niels, they promised that they will do it by the 5th of July. That means a lot, right?
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's Minecon, I guess. So yeah.
But you know, when Mojang promises it, they deliver it at least 3 months late.
Well, I hope they
Remember
deliver
when
Minecon 3
they
months late. I
gave
got
us
that
better
change
new
is good.
minecart mechanics?
Well,
Oh, the
And they
mod
took them away
API.
in the next update.
Remember when boats were good for one snapshot and then they sucked?
Remember when we had the mod API?
No.
Yeah, it's
Hashtag
called
time travel.
Forge.
It's called confirmed enemies from the future.
Interest in time travel? Meet me here last Tuesday.
Meet me here last Tuesday.
how does that work?
It's so perfect.
Also, I'm talking really loud now because Niels telling me I should.
Niels,
Yeah,
They
it's
were
so
saying in the
loud.
chat and.
Yes, and I am very subtle about it, just like the way I'm talking right now for my family who is probably sleeping.
Very passive aggressive vote.
Yes, I'm also subtle about that.
What did we do this last half hour, by the way?
We
Rugs.
talked about the new about follow-up and Minecon and intro, and I linked 4 links or something.
And
I'm
me
probably missing some
constantly
of them,
forgetting
but
what I
no
was
one's
gonna say.
telling them.
This is a really random one.
Yeah,
like it.
so yeah, but randomness in the box. Maybe that's what it should be called. Oh well.
Randomness in a box.
Actually, that's a reference.
Yes,
Yeah.
I know.
Okay. So yeah, I guess we can move on to other news, which I don't know because I have to get my history. I posted a link in here yesterday or a couple days ago.
Like 20 billion years ago.
Well,
No,
I
not that
guess
long.
we could
Yeah, okay.
start
fairness.
off with what Chess promised us last week, which are the different kinds of wall eaters he made a video about.
Oh yeah, right. That was totally not stolen from me. I mean the other way around. I totally didn't steal from him. I just released my video a day later, an hour later.
So you maybe can tell us a little bit about your thing. So first.
Really? It's not really.
Because yours was first, right?
Well, I made that thing.
What is your thing, by the way?
It's what I showed in that video was not that much really. It was a vertical bidirectional engine and extender, which you could, or expander, that's what I call them, which you can attach to it. So a vertical bidirectional engine, pretty simple. You have basically as compact as I could get it, engine which can move up and down itself, and yeah, you depending on some setting, and the setting is defined by 2 redstone blocks. And the reversing is a bit too specific to go into detail about, but it's on the top side it's pretty simple. On the bottom side it's less simple.
Wait, I have a quick question. Aren't wall eaters and quarries basically the same thing?
No, a
No.
quarry is the entire thing around it.
Wall
actually.
Oh,
Either
so it's basically a
eats
2-dimensional quarry?
One wall.
Yeah.
Okay. There
Well,
we go.
Quarry
two-dimensional.
multiple wall
if
eaters
you go
combined together.
if you pass it once, it will do one thing basically, and then
Well,
you have to do it.
the wall eater is basically an MMS machine, you know?
No, I don't know.
Okay, well, you should watch Myron's Quarry explanation thing, and then you know what all the letters stand for. And basically, the wall eater takes a whole column, like line. It's not block by block like other approaches and so on. And yeah, you can. What was the definition for it? You can take a line from unknown X and to put to a specific X, right? That's what it does.
Yes, yeah.
I don't know all of those codes. Forgot them kind of.
I definitely understand that.
Yeah, basically, all these other wall eaters are there's like one which is the same, like has the same function, but it's upside down. So the control circuit can be on top, which is very, very good for survival if you want to build a quarry in survival, because then you don't have to have a hole below it, or like you don't have to have the floating cube, right? Because with the old one, you have the control system in the bottom, and you have it below the wall eater basically. So you would have to dig everything below the wall eater, and that's not fun. So yeah. And he made a floor eater, which was a bit different from the other floor eater design that's out there, right? God damn it, I'm doing monologues again.
Well, basically it's limestone, so that's your stuff for the most part.
Well, I guess, yeah.
I feel like I'm slowly becoming outdated because I suck so much at slimestone.
Well, it's not that it's kind of hype right now, but that's just for like a couple of weeks. Actually, what I'm doing right now is totally unrelated to their stuff, so yeah, that's just coincidence. Well, so I guess I could also explain the expander, but that's about it.
But what can you do with your expander?
Well, it's an expander, and that's really it.
Basically,
what it does is
things.
What does it expand?
It expands the amount of movable stuff, basically. So yeah, it's also heavily based on Jazz's one. Everything I show in there is heavily based on what Jazz made horizontally. In fact, I think I designed it. Let me think. But yeah, 2 weeks ago. Yeah, we're doing not doing, but right after the podcast, I believe. So on Saturday. And yeah, I was just watching the Jazz's video. Was thinking, all right, how can we do this vertically without exceeding the block limits? And it was a bit harder, but it was still possible using some clever quality connectivity and such to get it done in to get the tiny engine basically, or pretty tiny. And then yeah, basically got the other thing as well, which I'm trying to remember right now. Yeah, the expander. And I guess we should go into what the expander actually is now. Horizontally, what it is you have an engine, and yeah, the engine itself moves, but it's basically in Slimestone you only push things forward, right? You can engines have a very strange thing about them. Typically, they're called caterpillar engines because they actually also pull their ends, like the end piston. They pull it back again, but it's kind of hard to reconstruct that yourself with larger structures. So what's generally used is an engine which pushes the entire thing that you want to push, and one way, in an engine at the other end, just in the other way. Problem is, if you want to do that, it's quite hard to reverse because you have to reverse at 2 points, possibly quite far from each other. And that way, you can use a small engine, which just is in one position, and then use expanders to actually get a long line, which you can push back and forth. Did that make any sense?
Yes.
Okay, so that's basically what an expander is. Because you want to keep your engine in a central location, and then you can basically put whatever you want to build next to it. Also, it allows you to split your structure, but well, it really expanded because if you just use one engine at each side, so 2 separate engines, it's actually quite hard to get it to work if you want to split it up into multiple structures which get moved. So yeah, but it's still possible, but it's just harder. And I didn't really. We're doing some work with Slimestone. I actually learned how to do that for a bit, but previously I also couldn't really do it properly. So that's that. And that's the expander. And actually, should probably release a video. Yeah, I'm gonna release a video on Sunday as well on some built. Yay!
Yeah.
Right.
Then another thing that was Quarry related was Myron released time lapse of his Quarry, which
Vibe pretty much went on the hate train on.
Wait, what? Why?
He was like, he was just like, who would want to watch that?
We do.
I watched it at least like 3/4 of a way through. Not gonna lie. But anyways, honestly, the whole quarry thing, like, I just can't wait to be able to just easily set up a quarry in single player, and then overnight I have a witch hut perimeter.
Well, it's gonna take a while to get up to that speed, but
yeah.
Well, there's always the instant one, right?
Instant one.
Instant.
Yeah,
Oh.
like where you just
Bill.
don't move all the blocks, but you just put all the withers there.
Oh.
So yeah, like there's also the one way I don't mind anything in infinite time.
Yeah,
But yeah.
Oh, where you just summon like a butt ton of withers, and then
or you just dig out a 0x0x0 quarry.
0 by
How long would it take?
or a 1x1 quarry and just have a sticky piston pull it away.
How long would it take to dig out a -1 by -1 by -1 quarry? Because technically, if you multiply that, the volume is still negative. How would you handle that?
It would be done yesterday.
Oh, that's strange. But what about a minus
is this
1 by
for a
minus 1
time
by
travel
1?
thing again?
Digging a -1 by -1 by -1, isn't that just placing a block?
No,
Yeah,
no,
I
no. But
do.
if you dig a minus 1 by minus 1 by 1, how does that would work? How that would that work? Because that means that you have to decrease volume by 1 because volume is actually positive. multiply
Good
it.
luck, Wout, with your math stuff.
It's not that hard. Look. Minus
This is
1
not the
by minus
math
1 by
podcast.
1 equals 1. In other words, the volume is positive. How does that work? Pretty stuff. I
Yeah.
don't know.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, -1 by -1 by 1.
Yeah,
Multiply
I
a
know how
negative by a
math
negative,
works.
and you get a positive.
I know how math works. I'm not sure how that would be a block in Minecraft or like an area in Minecraft that you could mine or not.
Let's put a physicist on it. Okay. I don't know.
Well, yeah.
Maybe they can figure it out.
I don't know.
Physics and stuff, you know.
Some stuff, if you in TeamSpeak, if you put the bandwidth at -1, I think it's infinite.
Oh yeah, that's
So-
often used, I think, as a value indicator, but it's nothing.
Yeah, but that's not actually your limit.
Yeah,
so.
it's not like an effect of putting it to -1, and they just have an if
Oh,
running
no.
for that. Like if it's equal to -1, do this special thing. think.
Also, an idea that came up with Croys was the infinite Croy, where just instead of having a cube and like your wither cage at the end of the cube, you have the wither cage behind your starting position and have to convert like to the other direction basically, and then you can move infinitely forward because there's nothing in the way, and you could just like mine out a whole strip out of your world if you read to the far lands, but. In that way, your setup time doesn't really matter as long as you let it run long enough, right?
Yeah.
So that's a cool idea. Well, not really that interesting if you want to have a perimeter for a specific area, but like if you just want to mine blocks and doors and so on, then it would be a good way, I guess.
You know what I really want?
No.
I really would love to see a oh crap, I forget what I was gonna say.
You have to write it down.
I know. Oh yeah, okay, I remember. It would be really awesome to have like a floor of a massive perimeter be made entirely out of beacons.
That's
Why?
doable. It's doable, but not really useful.
I know, but just because.
Like would you have like a pyramid below all of them, or?
No, just like the floor out of beacons and bedrock is beneath them. Like they're not all activated.
Why would you want that?
Doesn't even look good.
Like just for the swag factor.
Yeah, like I would really want a double chest of creeper skulls, but I don't. But it's just as useful, so and even less laggy.
You should be able to make creeper withers then, and zombie withers.
They just behave like normal mobs except with 3 heads and they can fly.
No, just like a wither, but you get an other type of star, and with that star you can make a beacon that does other effects.
What would the zombie beacon give you?
What
I
would the
don't know.
skeleton beacon give you?
Hunger.
Oh, you get like all the reverse effects. You have like
Yeah.
You have slowness, you have like you have the hunger effect from
you have
rotten flesh.
poison. Poison instead of regen.
You get
Mining fatigue instead of haste. That would be a fun beacon to have.
It would be really derpy for adventure maps.
If you want to troll people,
No, in
that would be
adventure
good.
maps you can just set them using MC editor command blocks. So
Yeah. But I mean,
they
like,
should-
it would be so derpy to have that, like, in survival as well.
yeah.
But I mean, I guess it would be practical with mining fatigue.
What
Oh, my
would
bad.
mining fatigue help you?
Micro is
It
gone.
would totally help
Yeah,
you
well, I
on
guess-
helping you being annoyed.
Yeah, it would. I don't know. It would be probably cool to have a better use for all the skulls, just like for banners. So
I think they should probably have.
You can put them on the ground. They look cool.
I have an idea.
well, in
Mis-
1.9.
1.9, they are going to have invisibility beacons.
Wait, really?
No. I'm just
Okay.
thinking of coming up with
No.
stuff. Then you can't see anyone because that's so useful.
Should we do a quick round of what we want for 1.9? Because we're so random anyway.
Instant damage beacons. Which kill you.
Green clothed villagers.
Uh,
That can be the axe murderer villager.
Right.
No, that can be a villager that sells plants and saplings and.
Oh, actually, a villager that would like sell ferns and dead bushes
Yeah.
and so on. That would be cool. Since they're not infinite.
And it should sell sand.
Sand, yeah, sand villager, awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, a villager which sells sands.
What would you do? Like 64 sand per like 4 emeralds?
Sure, it's too OP anyway.
Well, I mean, sand generators are even more OP.
Yeah, that's why they fixed them.
They're not OP. Why do you think that?
No, like, I think for 1.9 a nice feature would be something useful with skulls.
Yeah, skulls are pretty much useless at this point.
Possibly something for the dragon,
No.
I don't know.
You can
Yeah,
Like,
they're kind of probably
wither
didn't do that.
skulls. They're useful.
I
Like,
mean,
if
aside
if they
from
would
wither
really
skulls.
put some like new complete thing, they could do a new dimension, or like at least
But
do...
what dimension would that be? The beginning?
The beginning.
Sure. Like no, like when they had like the Guardian, that's just like also something really creative that no one did in that way before or something. So they can surprise me, do something cool, but do it like or something for the end where they have like ores and there's something worth to look at, like not just okay, I'm gonna fight there and then I'm gonna never go there except for like if I've been that diamond farm.
And
Like-
to make an end quarry.
Or
Because that's really end game.
Oh yeah, making an end quarry.
Yeah, that's what like we talked
Yeah,
about it in
with-
the
it's
past
just last time.
podcast, Micro. Seriously.
Hey, I wasn't there.
yeah,
Yes,
Yeah,
but
that's
you
why
listen.
you
to
should
them.
listen to them. I have
listen-
them in this. I
You
upload
always
all of
post
them to
comments.
Google Drive, and you can download them and you can listen to them.
Bok, we will kill you if you don't listen to them.
Three
No, really,
words,
like,
don't hurt me.
But you comment on the videos. I don't understand now.
I watched like halfway through-ish.
You don't watch the whole thing?
No, I'm sorry.
Bok, we can
Do
kick
you
you on
at
the
least
podcast for
listen
that.
to the whole
Rex.
thing?
Yeah. Oh wait,
He
no,
just
no. I
opened it
just
and then-
failed. I only listened halfway through.
Okay. No, like we actually talked about that, and we will just refer to the older episode, like 13 and 14, I guess, or 14 and 15. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which one is this? 16?
This is
Yeah,
16,
16, so
yes.
Yeah.
15.
Then like we refer to 14 and 15 because we talked about it there.
Yep.
Micro, go and listen to that.
Yes, ma'am.
Other
Another
news.
thing that's limestone related this week. Or no, I think we want to do 1.9 stuff.
Wait,
so-
1.9 stuff? What?
What do you want for 1.9?
Oh.
I would very much, as a programmer, like a modding API.
Yeah,
I
don't
want,
totally expect it.
I know something. Spreadsheet integration.
Or open source code.
Oh, no,
Spreadsheet.
Spreadsheet integration. You just
Yeah,
open
they
a
take
chest. You just open a
Ooh.
chest and it shows a spreadsheet.
Niels, make
Yes.
spreadsheets on maps.
Oh man, you can do that, I guess.
Yeah, it's already there. You just have to do it. Come on, Niels.
Nah.
You could make the villager spreadsheet on the map in game.
By the way, the villager spreadsheet is almost done.
Awesome.
Okay,
So,
good.
Hopefully I can have it up next week. I
Okay.
can make a video about it. I don't know how to do that you can copy the spreadsheet exactly. I will have to look.
Another slimestone thing this week, which was actually today, is Cube Hamster made a video using
Mod by Panda, I believe.
yeah the modded char from Panda where you can change the tick speed per second or normal tick speed basically.
Yeah.
And he set it to 1 tick a second, and here you have this super slow motion Gargantua, which is really nice to look at.
Yeah, it does actually look very good because I believe, like, of course, Minecraft is limited to 20 ticks a second, but the frame rate is technically not limited. So I'm wondering what it actually look like if you put it really high, because. of
Well,
course,
if you put a 5 times speed, you can look at the video from Panda where he made a time lapse from Iron. That's what it looks like.
well, yeah, but I mean, if you put the FPS really fast, like if I put the FPS on 200, would I be able to just, I don't know, let's say 240, would I be able to slow the video down 4 times and still have 60 FPS? I would think it actually depends on, like, possibly actually the recording software, because your screen can only display like 60 FPS. Most screens can, right?
Yeah.
Or
But
if
some
you have a 144 screen, then not.
Oh,
Yeah, but so, like some software does, as far as I understand it, like some software like Flaps manages to inject something into your program to make it way easier to extract images from it basically. Whereas other more basic skin coding software just captured it off the screen in some way. So I'm not sure if that would actually matter, but I guess there are some issues if you try to record it. Also, a major thing of course would be that your computer would start lagging out like hell. Like most people can't render that much frames, so it's definitely nice to have a mod to do that for slow motion stuff. That's all.
Okay. I think that's all for the slimestone stuff to speak, right?
I guess, yeah.
I guess we can like go to beginning of the week or like last weekend almost, where
last weekend, yeah.
something interesting happened, which was new SciCraft server tour, the barn. Have anyone seen that?
Yeah, I
Okay.
saw that one.
They showed some cool stuff like the pumpkin farm they use.
They also have villages.
Yeah, they
No
also have
spreadsheet.
no spreadsheet. Disappointed Niels.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're basically with the villagers. They're basically doing the same thing we do, right? Where they don't use lapis anymore.
No, they didn't do the same thing. We just check, we trade with them and then use the best. We checked
Sorry.
3 of them, and Wout. Why are the 2 Wouts? Damn it.
Wait, what? So I do? Okay, yeah, sorry. I
Forget it.
must have
Continue.
Yeah, they just check for the first trade, and we check for 3 trades, and they just sort them based on the first trade. So
Oh, they actually do?
differently.
Okay.
Yeah, because I saw them just opening it off first trade and then.
Yeah,
and
also,
we
also
have
I
an
noticed
automated system to move them into the correct spot, and they do it manually. Because
Also,
they
I
have
noticed
all
they-
of the trades sorted that they know for sure section 4 should go in this spot. Just put them somewhere.
Yeah. I guess if you only look for the first trade, then that makes sense. But if you look at all trades, then you have like more complex things. So, also I noticed they don't like actually have the best one for everything yet. They just like decide to not use lapis anyway, even though they don't have the best trades. Whereas we like I guess we still don't use lapis, but we still going for all the best trades instead of just for best trade for like the high level stuff, for example, or like good trades for the high level stuff even. But yeah, they also had this interesting melon farm design where they used the item elevator mechanic where the items get pushed up the block when there's like blocks all around them to collect the melons, which is interesting. And their new server member, Il Mango, or Mango as we call him, he made that design and has a video on it, so we can link that. And he's actually quite a cool guy. Like, I looked at his channel, and he made so many cool things. Like, he has a so-called item distribution system, which is basically you have one chest input and it sucks out items out of that really fast. And it sucks out at a speed of 40 items a second. So
40 items.
yeah, like a stack is like 1.5 seconds and it's gone.
We should get that for the gold storage, because now we only have 2 hoppers, and while trading it's always too slow.
While like he also has like other fun things like fast unloading and loading stations where it's like I'm not sure how fast exactly, but it's like double or quadruple the hopper speed.
Oh, by the way, I'm back.
Good job. He also has
Don't interrupt enemy.
He also has item sorters which are double or quadruple hopper speed, which is really cool.
Those are really interesting. Because for the Better Viper we still did not yet make the storage. Lisby and I were just discussing for when to make it. We're planning for next week. So. But I think when I saw that, I think we might be using that because it's pretty fast, 4 times speed. So
I mean, wait, are we talking about the furnace or something else now?
We're not talking about the furnace. We're talking about
fast item sorter. It sorts at 4 times hopper speed, I think.
From Mango.
Okay, sorry about that. It's hard to keep track sometimes.
Yeah, like I think we can put in his channels because we're mentioning quite a bunch of videos from him and
yeah.
Like he has some pretty cool stuff. He also made a bunch of different potion systems, and I think he made spruce tree farm as well. And I think today or yesterday he made a video for a AFK vine farm. Has anyone seen that yet?
Yeah.
I saw it appearing in YouTube, but I did not watch it. What's it?
Yeah,
What
it was
is
in
it
my what
about?
to watch.
Basically he looks at other designs, for example, Suzuma's design, which I think was also this week, possibly. And his design, you have like 10-15 vines growing down, and you harvest them all the time. And with that, you get like not that fast of an output, like 150 vines an hour maximum or something like that. Because vines grow very slow, obviously. You would want a lot of them. And then he showed another design which was better and expandable. But you were like in a minecart on Soul Sand in a water stream or something. And because you're in the minecart, you obviously mine slower. So like you can mine 2 vines before you get moved over to the next block. And with his thing, he just pushes you with a water stream, and you can mine up to 4 vines per spot. And I think he has like up to 3,000 vines an hour with his design, which is quite cool.
Hmm.
So that's something nice if you ever wanted a lot of vines.
Well, yeah, but you do need sometimes, right? Like Enderman farms, that kind of
Well,
stuff.
in building circumstances, I can see it, but not necessarily any other way.
Yeah, like when you for example build an Enderman farm, or like usually you need vines for fall reset, right?
Yeah.
And I think for the Enderman farm you need like not even a stack. Or
Well,
for most applications you don't need that much. Like I think for the
And
builder
the
vibe, you need,
elevators.
like,
Yeah,
3
I just go to the
stacks.
nearest. I just go to the nearest swamp I see because honestly, because if I'm building an Enderman farm, odds are I've at least set up in a swamp biome by now.
Yeah, or like in the jungle. Like I went to the jungle when we built the Viper because I know like there was like jungle nearby, and
Yeah,
just
but
went up 3 trees and cut every vine down, and that was it. So not definitely not the most practical farm, but it's a good design for a vine
The
farm.
net.
And if you ever wanted to have excessive amounts of stuff you don't really need, a vine farm is definitely a good way to go.
Yeah. You can put
Squid
it next
farm
to
would be
your
another
skull
one.
farm.
Yeah, like
oh, I have a quick question for you guys. Have you ever found a single block biome, like a 1x1 by 256 biome?
No, but it did once found a really small mesa. It was only
not in normal generation, no.
I have found one in my single player.
What?
Really?
Yeah.
What
I'll include a screenshot of it, and hopefully there will be a link to it. But
Micro, make a screenshot right now and post it in chat so you
I
don't
already
forget.
have a screen. I already have
Okay.
a screenshot.
Post
if
a
you
link
do-
in chat.
All right.
Upload it to Gyazo or whatever, and then upload.
Whatever the kids do nowadays.
Yeah, like what biomes?
It's in the middle of an ocean. It's in extreme hills.
Oh, and in
A
ocean,
1x1
did
extreme
once-
hills with exactly 0 blocks on the surface.
In the ocean, I did found a 1x1 island. In the ocean.
Nice.
Earlier this week on Reddit, I saw a post which was labeled "I love this game." It was a screenshot of a desert, and in the desert was one block, one dirt block, and it was raining there, so I was like 1x1 plains biome. So yeah, that was really funny to look at. Yeah, like server tour we will link. I guess we can link both videos, right? Just to give.
You mean the server tour and the item sorter?
No, a server tour and a server tour from Shuria. Yeah, basically the same video, but from different perspectives. And
Okay.
I don't want to play favorites here, so I guess we will link both. I'm not sure if other people recorded as well, so that's just the 2 people I know of. If other people record as well, I guess that's really.
I was there for it.
I think they have to comment on this video, and then we can include that.
Yeah,
So-
just let us know.
What the heck?
Yes,
I saw
people
it
just
somewhere.
watch our podcast and then let us know. If you don't watch our podcast, you don't get attention. Moving on.
Yeah, moving on. What's the next thing?
I don't know, but about an hour mark.
Yeah,
your
I put
notes.
it there. Okay. Yeah, so I guess some of the stuff I've been watching this week. First of all, Mr. Mackenstein again.
Ooh,
Yes,
the
he's a
Hydra,
friend,
right.
but yeah. Oh, look, it's not just me for advertising friend apparently, and me also knows it now. Yeah, he made a Hydra. It's another Minecraft mob, and he probably just hijacked the first place again in Minecraft top 5 from all the creations. Yay! Yeah, so good job on winning that competition as well, Naki. And yeah, so the thing is actually pretty interesting, I guess. I guess the mechanic about it which surprised me was the fact that it could the Hydra itself has pretty well aimed attacks. Like it does look for what head you are closest to and does perform some kind of attack by lowering its head and biting you using that, which is pretty nice, I have to say. But most of all, it actually does fire aimed fireballs, which actually go straight in your direction, which is pretty weird. So yeah, for that, I was pretty surprised at first. I thought he would just use the big array of command blocks, which is the only solution I could think of, which I also did a bit of research about a long time ago. However, apparently he did not. He used a clever trick involving skeletons. Basically, he on the head he just has riding skeletons on, I guess, an armor stand or something. And apparently, I guess he just added there like the range which you can look. I think that's an attribute, so you can do that with command blocks, I guess, possibly. And basically, as soon as they see you, they fire an arrow immediately, and that arrow will then actually knock a fireball, which is summoned in the same tick, it seems. But all happens really fast. You really don't see a static fireball or anything. It's really cool. It looks like it fights straight at you. And also suppose the arrow gets removed right away. Yeah, that's really nice.
Well, if you shoot the fireball with an arrow, the arrow gets removed anyway.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, that actually makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Okay.
the arrow gets removed.
All right.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Not by a
that's
command,
valid.
but yeah, by.
Also another really cool thing that happened this week. Myron made 2 really cool videos about pistons with multiple heads.
Oh yeah, I saw one of them.
And like there's one with where he makes a piston with 4 heads, and also using pistons without heads, and those are really interesting because with those you can break blocks, any blocks,
Also
So-
bedrock.
any blocks.
Also in 183.
Yes.
Whoa.
As far as I know, yes. I haven't actually tested it yet myself, but I remember when we were on the Redstone, we used pistons without heads to break blocks that are not in the blood anymore. So you can break blocks with it, all blocks, because it doesn't really care what block is in front, right?
Yeah.
So you could use it to break bedrock. I'm not sure how easily you can create those. Haven't
From what it
looked into
seems
that.
in
Well, you
the
surely tried.
video, he can make a machine to make that really easily. But
Wait, we
Yeah,
can
but like
machine?
the one where he blows up the head, like with the TNT minecart or whatever it was. I'm not sure if you can make that on top of bedrock, right? So, But the other video, what I noticed in the longer video where he showed the way without repeaters and comparators with like 0-tick pulses to make the different pistons with more heads, is how fast he scrolls and picks items and so on. Have you seen that?
Not really.
no, I don't.
Like he's ridiculously fast with clicking stuff and selecting stuff and so on.
Are
It's
you
like-
sure he's not just using the buttons for it?
No, like there's this one, I think like 2 minutes in or something, where he grabs a slime block out of the creative inventory, and like normally I don't really notice how fast people do this stuff. Like I don't really care for that, but I was so surprised how fast he got the slime block out of there.
Yeah, I'm actually looking right now. Trying
Yeah,
to
like
find this.
if you look at that, it's like crazy fast. Like, I was like wondering if he sped up the video or something, but like all the particles are like normal speed. So
I
yeah,
don't
that
know.
was.
I don't see anything that's strange so far. I'm just looking at the
If
video
you
right
if you
now.
look at 2 minutes and 5 seconds or something.
What
That's
the
like
heck?
almost the end of the video, right?
No, like
I'm-
the second one, the one 5 minute.
I'm looking for the
Oh.
1 block biome, but I can't find it.
What?
You lied to us.
You
I
lied
didn't
to
lie
us,
to
you
you.
dirty liar.
You
I didn't lie
did.
to you. But I remember seeing it. I could have sworn I've taken a screenshot. Wait, hold on.
Well, you
Oh,
can always go back.
hold
and
on.
take
Let me
another
go to my.
screenshot.
Hold on. Never mind. I think I have it in a second.
Well, like
Yeah, that's
I- I
insane, I have to say.
yeah. Uh, I'm not sure. Did we talk about breaking stuff with those pistons in the episode where Myron was here? I think we've mentioned it briefly.
Talker's back from timing out.
Back.
Yeah.
Why is everyone timing out? God damn it, people.
I thought server was getting DDoS because everybody got like really like weird noises coming from them.
Oh no, I was making weird noises.
Oh
We've
yeah, I
been
was
at it all
just
day.
talking.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
that's
thought
enemy.
enemy had just lost his internet again.
No, my internet is fine. I'm watching it the whole time.
Yeah, actually, enemy didn't have any issues. Yeah.
And like also in the piston video, he shows like a really cool double extender right at the beginning with like only redstone and no delay, which is crazy. And surprisingly not directional. That's something really cool.
Well, I guess we could move on to another video then.
Yeah.
Right. Going to subscriptions right now. Give me seconds. Okay.
I think we wanted to talk about the ultra furnace array, right?
Yeah, I guess it's time for the ultra furnace. Yeah. So I gotta do this one because I haven't talked too much today. So yeah, Jill and Doc. I'm not sure about that. Made a furnace. Like a furnace array, of course, completely automated. And I guess the main improvement from last time is just the fact that in newer versions you can hopper minecarts extract items at an insane speed of 20 items a second. And yeah, apart from that, I watched the video, but it didn't look that much different. I think it looks
Well,
more sleek than last time, but
I think it's faster a bit, and main improvements are it's like the last one he made was optimized for sticks, right? And this one isn't. Like this one is for coal, I think. But I think you can also use all fuel sources, really. Another interesting thing is that he locks the hoppers for the fuel, so you don't have like a whole like the whole hopper filled for with like coal ore, for example, because that would be wasting a lot of resources basically because it's like always trying to fill up the stuff and you have a lot of items in your hoppers that don't really get a lot of use, right?
yeah.
So that's a neat thing. And also has a really cool variable speed item elevator in there. You see that one?
No.
I did see it.
Oh
Like
wait, I don't know. Yeah, I see.
I
it.
think
Never
Doc
mind.
made
I
a
saw it.
separate video on that.
Yeah, I saw it.
What it does, it's like a bit slower than the furnace array in the slow speed, and when it has more than 42 items or something in it,
Yeah, 42.
it switches to the fast speed, where it's like a lot faster than that furnace array, and will empty out again. So
Well,
it will
it's
always self-regulate, and
it's well not always. It basically it can handle speeds of up to some point, but more than hopper speed basically. So if
yeah,
you just fill it up, if you just fill it up yourself, of course, or you have commands running which constantly put items into it, of course, we have issues. But apart from that, if you just put a hopper line into it, there's no way it can clog up. That's I think that was the main thing about that, right?
yeah. I think.
Oh well. Also, I'm not sure if you guys saw this video. I put the link in our chat a couple of days ago because oh no wait, I meant it was your link. I have to still find my link.
For the other furnace array, or
Yeah, the other one. I put the link in. Damn it, where is it? Come on.
Wow, why didn't you?
I found
Organize
the link
that.
earlier, like half an hour ago. I was looking for links and I found it, and now I'm just blanking out. That's really weird. Oh well. Do you guys know where it is? No.
I don't know.
I
don't
saw
know
the
what you
video.
mean.
Yeah, we'll look it up later. Anyway, so yeah, I'll add the guy who made it later on because apparently I can't find it. Sorry, dude. So yeah, it was also
claims
a
to
furnace.
be 3 times faster, right?
Yeah.
But the thing about the video is you don't see the mechanism. You just see when he inputs stuff, like he throws items on a water channel, and you get an output through an item elevator. So it could be that it's a fake. I don't believe it is because why would you do that?
Also, said he would make a video about it if he reaches 100 views, and he reached 138 right now. I see. So, also his name is No Cons. So I just found the video again.
Okay.
Good job, Wout. Good job.
Yeah, thanks, Niels. So yeah, well, you can find it down in the description, and he says it smells 3 times faster than Jail's ultra furnace. The problem, although I get with that, is that if you use large amounts, isn't the real limit only the fact you can have to smelt 1 item at least? Like you need the time to smelt 1 item.
I think the problem with his is that you have some part of your stuff you smelt stuck in the system. I think that's a problem with him. Don't get everything back that you put in. Or
Well,
like
the thing is, if
only
it gets
after a
stuck in the
while.
system,
Yeah,
yeah. See, if it gets stuck in the system, it should be flushed out if you add more. But of course, that's still less
Yeah,
preferable, I
I think
suppose.
with JL system you get like everything back or like everything but 1 block or something.
Well, the problem though I have with it is that I don't get if I just make an insanely long furnace array, won't it always be faster to use that one than one with limited furnaces? I mean, isn't that the main bottleneck of any design, really, the amount of furnaces you have?
Basically yes, but you also have to worry about how
Rebuild
much
them.
fuel you have because like if you have more furnaces you need more fuel, right?
Yeah, but like if you
And
just
like if your hoppers are not like locked with like 1 stack or whatever, how much there was in there,
yeah, see, there are definitely
then you have
other
that
factors you
problem.
want to take into account if you want to make a practical design. But if it's only about speed, yeah, you want to you don't care about fuel
Yeah, you
consumption
could
or any
just
of that
use
stuff.
more furnaces. It
Yeah,
would be
so
faster.
cool.
But like the other thing I was like thinking about when I saw the ultra furnace was like, do we even smelt that much stuff?
I guess if you want to like make
I
glass
don't,
or
at
something,
least.
Yeah,
maybe.
I was like, we like when we smelt, like what do we use? We have blaze rods a lot, right? Because we have the Villa Viper.
Mhm.
And I was thinking, when did I use like the last time I smelled something with blaze rods? I was like a month or 2 ago when I like made like some sticks of baked potatoes. And I was like running around on our server and was like, ooh, a double chest of blaze rods. Ooh, a double chest of blaze rods. Ooh, do we have a furnace? No. Well, yeah, like I don't think we need a furnace array. Like you don't necessarily always need a furnace array. Like sure, if you want to have like 1 stack of cobble 1 chest of cobble smelted really quickly, sure, but
When I'm smelting something, I have a furnace array of 2 furnaces, and it's for most of the stuff I don't smelt a lot either. So when I
yeah,
want to
like
smelt something, it's fast enough.
like I don't have really the use case where I have a big amount of things that I want to smelt at one point in time, right? Like if I have to smelt something, it's like usually a few items all at a time. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Are like big furnace arrays like something interesting?
Yeah, I guess.
If you want to smelt something, then yes, but I have no
Yeah,
clue
like
what you want
I
to.
I don't think there's that much of a use case for them. Like sure, like for the last one he made with the sticks for the basically as a witch farm add-on, quote unquote. Like that made a lot of sense to me because yeah, okay, if you want to smelt stuff, you have the sticks anyway, makes sense. But if you have some, it's like you make like a big furnace array where you put in like coal, for example. I don't think like also the problem is if you have a very large amount of furnaces, then you smelt fewer items per furnace, and then you like eventually smelt 1 item with 1 piece of coal, and that's like a big waste to me. So
Yeah.
and I don't think you can really account for that, like that you say okay, I'm gonna wait till this hopper fills up with 8 items, and I somehow detected I have coal in my furnace, and that then I only then I use coal. I actually smelt when I have 8 items. I don't think like, well, it would be, not sure if it would be hard to detect that or do that, but I don't think anyone does it, right? So
Can't really think of that, no.
uh, it would be even bigger ways if you use coal blocks.
I don't get it with gold blocks. They can smelt more than 1 stack items, and you can only put 1 stack of items in it. So
Yeah, but you could
lots
have
of
a hopper
people,
on top, so.
Yeah.
but lots of people just waste it.
Yeah, I never actually when I'm on Safari, I'm basically for a while already using blaze rods, but we don't have a proper farm yet, so for me it's just using. I'm actually using looting on blazes when I'm hunting wither skeletons in
too.
the fortress. Oh,
I'm
okay.
also.
But
Yeah,
like,
I have it
it's
in a
not that
farm,
much
so-
useful to have 50% more smelts, but I really like the fact that yeah, just that it's not as to me it's not as worth as much as coal. I mean, what do you use it for?
Definitely.
Uh,
Well, you could make blaze powder for like potions. Or,
yeah, but
like,
I don't even have a
if you want to
decent.
craft a lot of magma cream.
I don't even have a decent brewing place in my house, so that's not very useful.
I can recommend one of Ilmango's brewing systems because those are quite cool.
So yeah, let's
I
see what
think
else
that's
we
a
have.
furnace array, right?
Yeah. We also have some very important videos from Gel, which are Witch Rave and Fun with 100 to over 1,000 blazes.
Yeah,
And,
like the one of the places I looked at it, he's like in one for and it's just like some really old unlisted video that he
Yeah.
made public.
Yeah, it's nothing really
Like
serious,
he's
of course.
talking in German and he was like how funny it looks when like all the blazes shoot at him until he and they shoot in the sky and something.
Oh my god, I thought
Not
he was
really.
like I couldn't understand him. I just assumed he was making plans about destroying the world.
Like at one point he was like, yeah, it would be really fun to have this amount of blazes and they like shoot you and they like all miss you and light up a whole landscape so you don't have to put torches there, but like there wasn't like really anything technically interesting in the video. It was just a bunch of blazes. And 147, I guess they were kind of noon there, right? Not really that much, but
Something else? I'm not sure who also saw this week, but Western Jazz is on the computer science path again, and this time,
oh,
yeah,
World.
yep, Wire World. I actually haven't heard of this animation before, but
He
actually, I
has
should,
made lots of those things, and I've never heard of it, but it generates cool stuff.
well,
and
I heard
yeah.
about Corman's Game of Life a couple of years ago for
Yeah,
broadcast
I know
video,
that
but
one, but this one, and before this, he made something doing
Turing
some
Machine
kind
is
of logic
something.
gates, and
The Turing Machine is different, but
yeah, some of that stuff I've never heard of it, but it creates cool patterns and sure.
well, yeah. So this is Wire World, which is a solar automaton, like or I think at least like what's it called?
Oh wait, viral. That's the one I thought you mentioned the one he uploaded today.
No, that's something else.
Okay.
I haven't really looked into it, unfortunately, that much, so maybe someone else can do a description
I
on
haven't
that. But
seen it yet.
yeah, it also has something to do. It's also an example of cellular automaton, but it looked like that video was more about a generalized machine which he made to based on some. Basically, to me, it looked like it was something which accepted a certain syntax, you could say, of instruction sets, and then it would basically simulate a cellular automaton using that, which is already pretty cool. But I'm maybe totally mistaken about it, so don't take my word about it for it. However, about the Wireworld video, actually, I can't cite the rules or something. You can probably look up Wikipedia for that. But yeah, I'll make sure to link it, Jazz's Wireworld and that kind of stuff. However, it does really create some cool effects. So I suggest watching the video, just even if you don't know the rules. And contrary though to Conway's Game of Life, there are multiple states for each cell as well. There seems to be some kind of tape, basically, which is storing whether something is a wire or not a wire. So I guess maybe that actually means it's not a cellular automaton anymore. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah.
It makes
yeah.
cool patterns, so
Yeah, it does. It makes cool patterns. Well, you can basically create some kind of wiring this way, which is kind of funny.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can do like logic to it. Cool.
Yep.
why don't you just use Redstone then?
I found it.
Because it's less compact. Oh, welcome back, Spock. But you didn't have to leave for that.
I think
Right,
it's a
Spock
screenshot.
found his 1x1 by 1. Sorry, no, 1x1 by 256 Extreme Hills biome, which is now linked.
It's beautiful.
Well, that's not really a proof. You also get it at high heights.
Well,
Well,
yeah,
if you
I
go
could.
high,
I
if
could
you
send
go
you a
high
screenshot with
heights-
biomes included.
Hmm. Oh well.
yeah.
Make a video about it.
Okay.
Also something I saw this week was stopwatch from Mumbo Jumbo.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And it's basically, hey, you like activate it, and then you like wait, and then you activate it again, and then you count, and the amount of items in the chest is how long the thing was running. And I was
Amount
like,
of items in the chest.
yeah,
Why
like
don't you? Why not a fancy display or something like that?
Well, that's a bit hard to do. You can't.
It's just like
It's possible.
you act like it's a kind of it's small circuit where basically it enables and disables a hopper from letting items through, and when your items are through, how many items pass through, that's your time, quote unquote. But I was like, this is a horrible method of measuring time.
I've seen that before when there was
And-
a horse speed made calculator thing, and this was also just hoppers. And yeah, so many
Yeah.
items, and then put this into this formula, and then you know the time.
I saw a
And-
good
and-
one. I'm not sure. I think it was made by Pi. It was a long time ago though.
Okay,
But it was using something more precise. Also, we lost Spock again.
wait up. Actually, a day earlier, I saw a video from Il Mango once again. And he made a stopwatch which is game tick precise. Like it measures like every game tick. Most accurate
Wait,
stopwatch you can make
Who
in
made
Minecraft.
this? Or
Yeah, Mango made it.
Mumbo?
Mango, Il Mango,
who's-
the guy from
okay.
SciCraft.
Oh,
I
okay.
told you he has a lot of cool stuff.
Yeah, it's hard to keep track of everything. I don't know all of these people. I don't even know SciCraft well.
Well, Spock. Well, yeah, okay, well,
Well,
he dropped again.
Yeah, Spock.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess we
And,
went to that as well.
It's not only a really cool stopwatch, but he also used it for something useful, which was he made a mini series about horse speeds and so on. They actually used it to calculate horse speeds. So I guess it ties in with Niels' comment earlier. Yeah, he used NBT Explorer to make the fastest horse possible and the slowest horse possible, and even shows the odds of getting a good horse and so on. And he uses his stopwatch to verify all those speeds and so on, which is really cool. So most accurate stopwatch you could make. And
Funny thing is though that he uses lamps to do the display, which kind of sucks because lamps have I think it's like 0.3 second cooldown on the falling edge, so they stay on for longer than.
yeah,
When
but
you power them, they go on instantly. But if you empower them, they still stay on for some small amount of time. So I guess the last digit probably is looking kind of crazy while it's running.
yeah, it's not updating in real time, but when you stop it, it actually shows the correct time. So
Yeah. Well, if it does that, then of course.
Is it
that's fine.
updating the normal seconds in real time?
I'm not even sure if it does seconds in real time.
Because
I'm
those
not sure if
should
that's
be
even
possible.
possible actually. How?
But
How? Like, for the most
I
part, it's
once
the
saw
same
a
unless
video
server's lagging.
from a long time ago. Jill, I think, made a stopwatch, and that was updating in real time, except the tenth of a second. Those are only updating after you stop it.
Yeah, I think it's basically the same for this one as well.
Alright.
Yeah, if you want to see some cool videos, check out his channel. He has a lot of cool stuff. Deserves more recognition.
Well, for me, that's all I could think I've seen this week. Well, major stuff at least. Anyone else still has videos or anything?
Yeah, I'm terribly unprepared. I didn't write anything down, so that's all I
Oh.
could think of.
Oh, okay. Niels, soccer?
Nope.
Nah.
Soccer, you haven't talked at all this episode.
Yeah.
should.
I've been quiet this episode. Sorry about that.
I told you have to listen to all of our podcasts. It's homework.
Homework.
Yeah.
Man, Teach, you can't give me homework. I don't give a swag.
What?
I don't give a swag, Teach.
Am I a teach?
Yeah, Teach.
Okay.
Giving me
I
homework.
feel very responsible
Is
now.
teacher too
I don't give
long?
a swag.
Okay.
Well, so yeah, maybe make one political joke, a better one this time, and we can still kick you into the
No.
podcast without kicking you.
Not political
See, I'm
jokes.
off my game today. I didn't prepare any political jokes.
Dang, that sucks.
For that, I apologize.
Oh,
Have
you do.
anything related to Minecraft that's interesting that you want to mention?
I haven't played it this entire week because I've had so many soccer games. Pretty
You play too
interesting.
much soccer.
1.9 soccer in Minecraft. That's what he wants. That's the,
I'm pretty sure someone already made like soccer and Minecraft command blocks and so on and resource packs.
I know
Possibly.
Madam did some stuff on that, yeah. But I'm not sure. Yeah, I think I also had to work on the second one, but around the World Cup time last year, but he didn't finish it or something. Well, I think I saw some picture of that on Twitter, but we'll also link that.
I guess we could do like since we don't have anything anymore, we could do a quick round of what we've done today.
Well, I don't know. It's already been
No.
a while, so it's 1 hour and almost 30 minutes right now. So
Yeah.
I think it would be a good time to stop, wrap it up right here.
Well, we could do a really quick one.
No, nothing. I did nothing today.
I didn't play Minecraft this week because I didn't have time, surprisingly.
I don't think I did that much today, so yeah.
Okay, done.
Played a lot of Octagon though.
Okay, it's
That
done.
went quick.
So, what do we do now?
We sign off.
Okay.
Vote.
No.
Okay.
Do the outro.
No, I can do it if he doesn't want to.
Okay, do the
No. I
enemy
do the
know.
outro. I feel that. Wait. Okay, guys, I have come up with a great outro quote for today.
Oh my
No.
god.
I
That's
know.
way too loud, soccer man.
I don't actually have fun for today. I'm very disappointed, but we have 5 quotes, people. They will still be in the description, as I said, for the rest of the time. But
For
yeah,
Christ's sake.
we're not doing it anymore, unfortunately, because you
No,
guys are so
not
invested in.
unfortunately.
I've noticed that people are so invested in this that that it's putting you so much stress on me trying to come up with a original one every week, which is challenging for
Wow,
people.
just skip this quote.
So yeah, we're not doing a quote this week, unfortunately. Very sad, but
Luckily.
it's just stressing me out the whole week. I'm thinking, dang, what quote do I have to use for the
Stop
outro?
dragging it out.
Yeah, but I would never drag the outro out, of course, for any reason. So yeah,
Okay, I won't say
But-
it again.
okay.
Enemy,
I
do
guess
the
that's gonna be
enemy.
it.
Outro.
So I am out, and enemy is out.
I'm out, guys. See ya.
See you next week.
Soccer.
Oh, sorry. See you next week, everybody. I probably was really loud there. My B.
Bye.
Love you guys.
Because he
Bye.
was so loud, I'm going to whisper. I am out, and I
You're
am
gonna-
out.